live from their own home journey.
Just an employee of this big old company, trying to be trained for this new job.
Just a CEO of this big old company, trying to train my employees.
Shut up! Training in a crowded room. The smell of PowerPoints and paper too. For countless hours it goes on and on and on and on. Trainings lasting up into the afternoon. Employees searching for better jobs. Online office people training and developing all day and all night. Rooms are really filled. Employees want a thrill. Doing anything to be the vice. Ta-da! Trainings at any time. Define the right way. Secure people. Determine their inventories. Train to meet skill gaps. Test them and set them loose. Ta-da! Trainings lasting up into the afternoons. Employees searching for better jobs. Online office people training and developing all day and all night. Don't stop training, even if it's not that thrilling. Training, developing, don't stop training. Hold on to that. Training, developing. Oh, don't stop training.
Hello, this is Brock Duhan, and this is Weekend Update. Please prepare yourself for an amazing show. We have multiple guest hosts to talk about the different areas of training. They will be sure to inform you and educate you on anything and everything that is training. So stick around, because this is one show that you're not going to want to miss.
Tired of Times New Roman?
Ariel got you down?
Cambria? More like Camboringa.
We're here to show you Calibria.
It'll make your boring training seem more interesting. Coffee machine broken? No need to fix it. Just use Calibri. It'll perk your employees right up.
Purchase Calibri today, and your employees will be on your trainings like a Kardashian on chocolate apples.
And now to give us the most recent updates on how to properly evaluate training, we have a guest speaker. It's Donald Kirkpatrick's wife, here to tell us about the most recent developments in the learning evaluation portion of the training.
Hi! So, everyone knows my husband's amazing model and how to assess trainings. But in case you don't know my husband, his name is Donald Kirkpatrick. And if you don't know that version of his name, I also call him Don, Donnie, Donnie Baby, Donnie Honey, and a whole bunch of other names that I don't want to say on national television. So, Donald Kirkpatrick has developed this amazing way to assess training, but he couldn't be here, so he trained me for 10 minutes on what to say. So what I say might sound a little bit out there and a little bit crazy, but trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
So, Ms. Kirkpatrick, what is the first of these 4 levels?
So the first, okay, he taught me this, okay. The first is reaction, yes. So, the best way to measure reaction is by inserting spies.
Spies?
Yes. You insert at least 3 spies into every single training class. Then you have the spies befriend the participants in the training, learn their secrets, gain their trust, and then exploit them.
Exploit them. Exploiting is a really strong word.
So the second of the 4 of the levels that my husband has developed, my honey boo-boo baby. So the second of the 4 is learning. So the best way to assess learning is by inserting a chip into the participants' minds. So you insert a chip after the training, and that's usually done by the spies that we've inserted. So they just slip it right in there.
I'm confused, Ms. Kirkpatrick. How exactly do these chips get into those participants' brains? Is it a willing thing?
I'm sorry that you are not smart enough to understand the inner workings of how this evaluation works, but I'm just going to move on to the next of the 4 different levels to see if you can grasp your head around this one.
Yeah, don't answer my question at all.
Okay, so this next one is my favorite to measure, and it's measuring behavior. So, we measure behavior by inserting secret cameras into the lives of the participants of our trainings. So, we put cameras in their houses, in their cars, in their bathrooms, on their pets, in their clothes, everywhere. So, they do not know that it's coming, so we get to actually see if their behavior has changed after our training. It's brilliant.
I'm still not at all following you. Why do you need to see what they are doing in the bathroom? Isn't that a little bit of a privacy
That's
issue?
none of your concern.
Okay, well, I'm a little bit afraid to ask, but I kind of want to see where you're going to go with this. What is the last of these 4 levels?
So the last level is the results. And I actually know the best about this one because Donnie Baby talks about it all the time. So the best way to see the results of a training is to fake the results. Trainers will always see what they want to anyway. So do the results really matter? Thinking that your training is successful is the most important part of the job.
Is that really so? That can't be true.
Yes. My husband believes that if you think you're doing the right thing, even if it is wrong, then you are doing your job. If you speak confidently and charismatically, then the people that you are training will never know the difference.
Well, thanks, Ms. Kirkpatrick. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have allowed for this section. But we are all going to leave this broadcast a little bit more enlightened on the inner workings of your mind. And now we are all ready to evaluate our own trainings.
Bye.
All right, guys, and next on our weekly update, we have our travel portion, where we have the always hip, always happening, the very stylish, very fresh Stefan. So if everyone would put their hand together, we can welcome Stefan to the set. Hey, Stefan.
Hey, bro.
How's it going, Stefan?
Fantastic.
Yeah, how was getting to the studio? I know you've had trouble getting here in the past. Did that all get taken care of? Yeah. Did you have a good journey here?
I did.
Do you want to elaborate on that at all? No. Okay. All right, Stefan. So what we brought you here tonight is we were wondering just go with the training portion of the night's broadcast. If you could maybe talk a little bit about one of the new training departments, training scenes that you know about that's happening in Manhattan. So I'll just let you take it away if you have anything.
Yes. New York's hottest club, Candy Y'all. Prepare to whip your training into shape. All toys allotted.
When you
Okay.
think your employees aren't performing up to standard, this is the place for you. The newest feature of Crazy Leprechauns and Ed Hardy impersonators will give them a solution for new behaviors. Need to be prepared for the next job or playing a role? The managers, consultants, designers, and instructors hold private shows after 3 a.m. And don't forget about Vanilla Ice marshmallows.
Yeah, Stefan, if you wouldn't mind, could you maybe just like elaborate on what exactly a vanilla ice marshmallow is, just for our viewing audience that isn't as cultured as you or I?
Yes. What a fantastic open-ended question. It's when you cross a white male using awful rap to shock the fluff out of an employee.
Oh, okay. That sounds really interesting. It sounds like a very hip, very fresh training. But there are some people in our viewing audience that are uncomfortable with leprechauns, or would just like something a little bit more laid back, a little bit less structured, something that they can bring the entire office to and not have to feel uncomfortable or worried about a particular employee. So if you just had something else that was maybe less structured.
Yes. Okay, so if you're looking for something structured and organized, New York's hottest club, Shape Up! Find the difference between line soldiers and staff soldiers. The old Prussian model will assist you in your boot camp activities. However, don't get too attached because collaborative effort is a must. We all work together to get the job done.
Okay.
Filled with customer service at the bar, the provision of service to customers will show you that customer is always right.
So could you like elaborate on how this is a little bit laid back?
The dress code is name tag only.
All right, and that wraps up this portion of the weekly update. So thank you so much, Stefan, for joining us, and we will see you next time on Weekly Update. Thank you, Stefan. All right, guys, and our next guest is someone who's very near and dear to me. When my mom used to have to go to her third job of the day, and my dad still wasn't home from the bar, my Aunt Morgan would come over and watch me and my little sister. And, throughout the years, she's taken care of me, she's fed me, she's trained me on how to be a proper gentleman when I go out on dates, always getting the girl drunk before I take her home, and just things like that. So now here to give her thoughts on training, we have my drunk Aunt Morgan.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take the grapes, you take the wine. The training life, the training life.
The training life. So, Aunt Morgan, is this your first cup of wine? Second bottle? Seventh bottle or cup? Or
Don't know.
doesn't even matter. So, Aunt Morgan, how do you feel about having an enriched job? I know this is very important to people nowadays. How do you feel about having an enriched job?
Well, back in my day, we didn't have an enriched job. You see, they have these enriched jobs that they don't damage, no humiliation, they don't constantly bore, degrade the worker.
Yeah.
It's all about safety these days, There were no hard hats. No hard hats.
No.
This is my hard hat. Feel it. Feel it. Pretty hard there.
That's a
No
head
hard
right there.
hats. Safety was no thing back in my day.
Uh-huh.
So, it's all about enhancing the employee's ability to perform. I can perform.
Well,
You know what I'm enriched on? This glass of wine and the Real Housewives.
drunk Aunt, I don't know what.
Everyone's doing lectures for their trainings. Well, I've got a lecture for you. Lectures are boring. No one wants to sit in a lecture. Lectures for 6 hours. Email. What?
So how, since you don't like lectures or emails, I think that's what you were saying. How do you approach training in the workplace?
Minorities in the workplace? Minorities in the workplace? I didn't know I had to go to a certain amount of trainings to keep my certification. Boop. There goes my paycheck.
Drunk ant.
Yeah, watch Magic Mike. That Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum. I wanna know what training is.
Are you?
I want you to show me.
Drunk ant, I hate to say this because, you're my elder and you've raised me, but I think you might be too drunk.
Okay, so I'm not Prince Kirkpatrick, okay? I'm not Ed Holton, okay? I'm not Dr. Doug Borderline, okay? That's not me. They want feedback about performance. I'll give them feedback about performance, okay?
Okay, drunk ant, everyone.
Seriously, enriched jobs are about opportunity to acquire other skills. Okay?
Alright, drunk ant.
But I have a joke for you.
No, I think we're good.
I do have a joke for you.
Alright, you
Hold
can
this.
go. Okay. You can go ahead and say, make sure it's appropriate. We have a wide family viewing audience.
Here's a joke.
Church joke? Alright, everyone, that's Drunk Ant. And we
Yeah,
are
open
off
the
with
door.
Weekend
Open
Update.
the door.
Thank
Open
you
the
so
door.
much. We'll have a
Open the
next
door.
guest host
Open the door.
soon.
Open the door.
Thank you. Let's continue on with our salute to training. Here to sing about it is the wonderful singing trainer, accompanied by the training sisters. 1, 2, 3, go!
Do you want to know a secret? I love training. Boop ba da dee da da boop ba da dee ba da 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 doo da da dee. I like lectures. I like readings. I like having a demonstration, even if it's by my own leading. It's my favorite thing to do, and I'll tell you why. It's because I like to see participants on a learning high. Hey, where you going?
I'm going to a lecture.
Hey, where you going?
I'm going on a field trip.
Hey, where you going?
And I'm Morgan.
Hey there, ladies, before you go, there is something I would like to know. It's a tiny question, so I hope you'll oblige. How do you like your trainings?
I like participant engagement.
Well, I'm engaging.
I like learner centeredness.
I can do that.
I like chasing squirrels.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies, for indulging me. I hope you'll give me a chance.
Rolling.
Alright, employees, so today we are going to be learning about how to be a learner transfer manager in Training 101. This is the first day of training out of a 17-day series. This lecture will last from approximately 9 a.m. until about 7 p.m. And you will not be paid for these hours. So I just want you to know that we are going to have a really fun time. I have lots of PowerPoints ready for y'all. And all kinds of worksheets that you could do. There's going to be limited interaction because I am the primary speaker, and I would like you to be the primary listeners. So just make sure you sit in the couch, be very attentive to what I'm saying, because you won't get to stay in the company without this.
We can help. First, we need to develop. As a manager,
Identify, be a detective. Then we meet with the clients and the stakeholders.
organize organizational content for transfer and barrier support.
Develop learning design. Identify transfer strategies.
Implement a learning project.
Implement transfer systems. So we can close the training gap.
Hey everybody, I just want to thank you for watching this episode of SNL. It was such an honor to be the host. Something I've always dreamed of. And there have been a lot of different things in my life that have made me who I am today. I would like to think of it as 4 different inputs that have put themselves into my life. So the first of the 4 are the people in my life. So when I was a child, I had this dog and it would just bark at me and bite me sometimes and let me pet it. And then I had my cousins that would pull my hair. They'd cut it once. And it was just the people in my life have made me so much. My grandmother, when she was trying to hold me down when I was a child, she told me, y'all don't need to know about all those people in my life. So my second of the 4 inputs that have made me who I am today is technology. So, now we have MySpace and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. I learned a few years ago in my life about sending inappropriate pictures via this technology. Oh, y'all need to know about that part of my life now, do you? So technology has been important. The third of the 4. The third are materials. So you see this outfit, this hair, this makeup. Yes, all these are materials that have made me who I am. So all these designers, all these stylists that have spent all this time making me not this ugly beast that I used to be as a child, all of these are materials. Yes, all these materials just put me together and make me actually suitable for any human being to look at me. So when I was a kid and I used to be in school and the children would just yell really mean things at me about everything. Oh, I don't need to know about that part of my childhood, do you? Okay. So the fourth of the 4 inputs. So the 4th is going to be time. So, I'm the young, ripe age of 29. Yeah. So I've had a lot of time to learn about who I am, talk to people, get these materials all together, learn about technology, all these things. But I would say that the most important is time. Because without time, you're nothing. Sometimes I want to go in the past. Sometimes I want to go in the future. Sometimes I want to stop the present. Time is just like a crazy... You do not need to know about my view of time, do you? So just thank you so much for watching this episode of SNL. Love you.